Hey everybody, this is Jimmy Ether and this is day 3 of the RPM challenge. I'm working on my Aloha state project. Today I did drums with an analog delay live in the room, piping it all into the room and listening to the regeneration so I can play along with that so it becomes part of the performance, which is something that wouldn't happen in post-production, you wouldn't have control of. Also, being an analog delay through my tape machine, I can customize it and get the saturation just right, and something that you really can't emulate digitally. So I'm using my Tascam 38 with BASF 911 +6 tape, which is my favorite. Slowing the machine down as far as it can go so the delays are really exaggerated, and then I'm ping-ponging well across the tape. You never want to adjacently ping-pong to adjacent tracks because you can burn your heads up occasionally and overheat things. So I'm jumping track to track, printing each of those tracks back to the board and mixing that in to the mix with the actual drum mic. So I've got 3 individual drum mics, a room, a snare, a kick, and then I've got a mic specifically for the delay placed that's feeding into the tape machine, and that's coming back in stereo. So it's an interesting sound, and then I'm listening to that all in my headphones and kind of playing along to it. Boy, one thing I have realized, I'm remembering back to how analog, completely analog mixing sessions used to be, and it took me about 2 hours to get this all set up with the patch bay and getting the delays just right and the mics and everything just right. I'm going into what? Huh? Okay, now I'm confused again. One thing I've forgotten with so much routing taking place in the computer these days, it used to be like this times 10. I've got cables going all over the place, and it's a lot of brain power to try to remember analog signal flow. So I'm kind of thankful for digital now, as much as I still like to mix analog and keep things in the analog domain as much as possible. Practically speaking, digital's pretty cool. So you'll see a little bit of the performance, the best kind of bits, and then I'm going to take those and edit those into loops and different songs. So here's a little bit of that. Take my shoe. So that's it for me today. I've got family coming in this weekend, so I probably won't get as much time to record, but I'll try to get some editing done and get some of these loops and stuff ready to go for everybody. I'm actually kind of a day or so behind on that. But anyway, I think it's going pretty well so far, and good luck to everybody else who's doing the RPM challenge, and I will see you soon. Brasso on those military cables, kids. Before, after.